moment I'm on my way up to Jochpass. I'm taking the cable car to Trübsee and then I'm walking up over Jochpass to Engstlensee. All these names are confusing. But I started down here in Engelberg and it's just myself today, so I decided to get out and do a nice autumn hike. So autumn is completely alive behind me on the trees, as you can see. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get out and hike for a bit, see something I haven't seen before, have some lunch, make some coffee, and just enjoy a full day up in the mountains alone, which is always really exciting for me. Titlis. So that's a glacier that's really popular to ski here in winter. It's why all the tourists always come here in winter, so it's nice to be here. So there, my route will zigzag all the way up to go over. The number one thing you always have to do, I remember when hiking in autumn, is that it can start off really cold in the morning, but by the time that you, I'm out of breath, climb up a little bit, like I have now, it gets really, really warm. So layering is important. I just have like one big jacket, like really thick layers, but rather have lots of variable layers so you can take off as you climb, because if you get too sweaty while climbing up, like you get too warm, then that gets cold very quickly, so your core cools down and it's really hard to warm up, and that gets dangerous. But yeah, so down to my base layer. Didn't think I'd get here today. It's warm. That was unexpected. I got over the pass and the wind is just howling, but I guess it's channeled by the passageway. So the wind here is not warm, the wind here is very cold, so I've layered up. And I'm really curious to see how warm it's going to be and if it's going to be windy down by Engstlensee. So Fingers crossed it's not too windy because I do want to make coffee. Haven't had my morning coffee yet, so I'm quite keen to do that. So, finished the hike on the way here. I don't know if I'm gonna have the footage from my hike on the way up because I was filming and a gust of wind took my camera and tripod and it smashed onto the rock, so thank goodness the camera's working now. I first need to have my coffee. Just rinsing out my stove. Yeah. So we're doing a drip coffee today and gonna use a makeshift mug. So this coffee I've ground until an almost espresso grind. Water has boiled. I'm gonna add it in. I've actually just spotted, let's see, I don't know if you can see, but there's another lake, let's see, all the way out in the distance there. Yeah, you're gonna have to Google and see what lake that is. There, you can see two lakes. I love the view that you get from here, and I feel like you can see the landscape a whole lot more. Yeah, if anyone has a recommendation on a book of geology for Switzerland, English, bitte. My German's not good enough yet, but I've been trying to find a book that will tell me about like the history, the geology, the topography and the climate as well as Switzerland, to understand the areas where I'm hiking a bit more. Yeah, so if there are any recommendations, reading materials or videos or podcasts, please drop them in the comments so that I can learn more about this beautiful country that I get to live and hike and experience.